my isolation headband. I've been pretty much wearing it every day.
There we go. Okay, I'm all good. Yeah, I'm all good. Hi, Becca! It's time for our live. I'm super excited. We had quite a few questions. Yeah, really good. I'm feeling better. I had a bit of a stomach bug yesterday, which was super sad. I think it was just eating too much sugar after not eating it for Lent.
We've all done that over the Easter, haven't we?
I know, but I was just like, oh, and you know, and it kind of bums you out, but I'm feeling much better today. I did a little like hip hop workout this morning, which is very, very exciting.
Ooh, I love that.
It's a hip hop dance workout on YouTube, so feeling much better. How about you? How was your morning? How was your day?
Yeah, good, thank you. Same. Exercise this morning. That's actually one of the things that I'm going to talk about for like productivity.
Yeah,
exercise
definitely
helps me.
So, oh my god, literally my mental helps me so much more as well.
Yeah.
Like,
my hay
so
fever's
much.
really bad at the moment though.
Oh
so
no.
Sorry if I'm a bit
Oh no. Oh, and mine's not been too bad. I think I get it later in the season. So, but I know your pain.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh, we've got people popping up, which is fab.
I know, which is very exciting, saying hello to them all. I'm also doing, I'm live on Twitter at the moment as well, but they can't see your face, they can just hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do it on
all
all the different devices. I just have to imagine what you look like.
Oh my gosh, I just clicked on Twitter and I just saw you. I can see you too. I'm going to click off. That's
confusing.
That's a bit mad.
Too confusing.
That's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Okay, should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. So yeah, hello everyone. This is actually my first ever live.
Oh yay!
So thanks, Hannah.
Exciting times.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do a little bit about me and
yeah.
who I am, and then what I'm going to start talking about. So I'm Rebecca Godden. I'm a freelance practitioner of performing arts and actress. And obviously during this time, as a lot of creatives and people within the arts, my work has been cancelled or put on hold for the foreseeable future. And I've just been navigating, as we all have, through my own creativity, my own productivity, and what I can be doing during this time to stay creative, stay proactive, and kind of better my practice, I guess.
Yeah.
While we're stuck in this situation.
I know.
It's not a normal situation.
It's all a bit weird.
Yeah. So I'll be talking about productivity for creatives, but not just for creatives, for people in general. Just tips that I've been finding have helped me.
Yeah.
And I just want to also start by saying that this isn't some sort of kind of guilt trip into making you feel like you need to be productive. And this isn't us being like, this is what you must do, otherwise you won't be productive in anything. This is just to support each other and connect, and we all need to be looking after our mental health as a priority as well as our physical health. So kind of take what you want from this. Don't take it as a gospel or anything. Do what you need to do during this time, because like I just said, this isn't a normal situation, and we need to keep giving ourselves grace
to breathe
as we navigate it. So that's what brings me to my first point of do what you want to do during this time, not what you feel you have to do. Obviously, if you're employed during this time, amazing. There are things that you have to do, and still do them to keep your job. But if you're freelance, self-employed, this is a time for you to explore your creativity, to explore all the things that the money-making jobs, for instance, didn't allow you to do and took you away from doing what you love. This is your time to do what you want to do with your creativity, not what you feel you have to do or what any producer or director is telling you have to do, because there aren't any.
I'm really enjoying like prioritizing my happiness and like doing things that I enjoy, and being like, oh, actually I've got the time to read a bit more of a book I wanted to read, or like learn something new. Like, this is the time. I know it's like an awful time, but at the same time it's such an opportunity for us to do things we'd always be like, oh, I don't have time to do that, I'll do it next week, whereas now it's like, you do have time.
Exactly. Take that time and use it for self-development and also looking after yourself as well. And with that comes the fact that you don't have to be productive every second of every day. You know, like I had this thing of, I mean, the first week, I will admit, I had a bit of a hibernation and a bit of a mini meltdown. Like,
yeah, well, it's just adjusting, isn't it? It's like a whole new kind of routine if you have one, but also at the same time, like, not.
Yeah. And then the second week, I tried to cram too much in. So I overloaded myself with all these free offerings that are happening, all these connections that you might not normally get the opportunity to do, which is amazing. But don't feel like you need to be productive every single second of every day. You know, plan your days if you can the evening before. I know this is something you do. Plan it the evening before.
Yeah.
And I started off by writing a ridiculous to-do list. Like, I have got this little planner. I haven't got it with me. I should have brought it to show. And it's got tiny squares for each day. And then absolutely cram it full. And that was just...
It's just too much. It's like an overload for your brain. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I just put 3 things that are achievable each day. So each evening before the next day, I put 3 things on my to-do list that I think are achievable and that I can tick off. And if you tick just one of those off,
it's a win.
Amazing.
It's a win.
3, it's such a good feeling.
Yeah, instead of doing like a daily to-do list, I've kind of done this massive like isolation to-do list of all these things I want to do while we have this opportunity to be at home and have more time. So it's such a big list. It's not something I can do in a day or a couple of days. So instead of, and there's kind of like small things on there and bigger things, like all different, you know, from like clearing out my wardrobe to doing stuff in the garden. And then like every couple of days, have a look at it, go, oh, I could actually quickly just do that small task before I like log on to work. And then already I've ticked off like maybe 30-40% off of it. And it's just like something I can kind of go to and be like, oh, I'll do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, but there's no pressure. I know it's over however long we're going to be in isolation for, so there's no pressure. Yeah, there's no pressure, and it just means that every time I look at it, I think, oh my gosh, I've ticked off all this stuff, like, and I just did that. So I think having things to do, having things to do is really good.
So making a mind map of all of these things. Do you want to write more? Do you want to read more? You don't have to have a specific project that's a target or a completion. All these things that you would love to do and that will actually help you in yourself, which will then in turn help with your creativity.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's a way that I found not to overload myself. I know you. Yeah, I know you were saying about like learning new skills and things, which is something I'm super keen to do while we're in isolation. Was there anything in particular you kind of were doing or thinking of doing?
Yeah, so I've been trying to attend at least 1 class a day.
Oh, that's really cool.
So as a performer and a practitioner, I'm used to moving my body a lot.
Yeah.
And walking a lot. Between jobs.
In the living room.
Yeah, I live in a 1-bedroom flat, so that's proved challenging. So I've really taken advantage of all of the free and donation-based classes that are becoming available, that we're all seeing popping up, and I'm just trying to do, you know, 1 a day, and maybe something that I wouldn't normally do. Like I've started doing ballet once or twice a week.
Ooh. How's that?
I mean, I'm trained in contemporary performance, which has balletic techniques, but I never did straight ballet, so that's a real challenge for me, and I'm loving it because it's working on my core, you know, my mind, makes me think about my own dance practice as well. So like all the classes that are out there, if you can donate, obviously do. If you can't, that's why they're free. And take advantage of those classes. One little tip I would say though is look at the people you already follow. So the companies you already follow, the creatives you already follow, you follow them for a reason. Like you love their work. There's so much out there that it can be overwhelming. So start off with who you already follow on Insta or Twitter or YouTube or whatever. And then if there's nothing on there that suits you, you can kind of...
I know, because there's so much free stuff out there, and there's so many people doing live videos like we are. So there's so much kind of available. It's as well like not to bombard yourself with loads of information, but another thing is, if anybody is still kind of working from home and they are able to still, like talk to your manager, talk to people that you work with, and see if there's any courses available in your work, because I know that the job I'm in, there's so many different online courses I can do, which is amazing to progress your career if you can, but then at the same time there's loads of free stuff. I found a really cool free course. It's Yale University, and it's a well-being course, and it's 100% free. You can just do it if you want to. I think you can pay to get like a certificate, but it's just something that, especially if people are feeling anxiety at the moment, which I know a lot of people have said to me that they're kind of stressing out a little bit, and it's just all the uncertainty. So I think doing, if you want to do a course where you're like, I don't know what that could be a really nice one to start off, just to kind of get your mind in the mindset of doing a course. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really good. And also, you know, use the time that you would normally commute to do these things.
Yeah.
That's a really kind of little, I don't know, productivity tip from me. It's to still wake up at or around your normal waking hours. Yeah. And use the commuting time to do an exercise class or do an online class, like you've said, or read. Do something that you wouldn't normally have time to do if you're running for the tube or losing signal on the tube or whatnot. Yeah,
definitely. I know, because I've been trying to wake up at the same time, wake up, do exercises, have breakfast, start working, and kind of, for me, I really like to have a routine. It makes my head feel more focused. So I've been trying to do that every day, and I still like put jewelry on, sometimes put makeup on if I'm doing a live video.
But eyebrows for this.
I know, the commitment is real. But I think
the commitment is real. These bad boys haven't been on at the same time.
But I think doing stuff that kind of like your normal kind of morning routine makes you feel a bit more like this is all kind of normal, and it's not weird, and it's just staying in your pajamas all day for me didn't personally work, because I just felt really like lazy and tired. So yeah, but everything works differently.
And for creatives who are freelance, this can be really tough. Because a lot of the time we don't have a normal routine. I don't have a normal routine normally. I wake up at a different time every day normally, and I go to bed at a different time because my projects take time. Time frames. You know, sometimes I'm working late, sometimes I'm working super early. So there's different bedtime and wake up times.
Yeah.
During this time, exactly what you've said, I found it so useful to get up at the same time every morning. No matter what time I go to bed, get up at the same time every morning. Make myself do a bit of exercise, even if that's just stretching. I stretch every morning and every evening. I'll go on my IGTV if you like and watch my.
Yes, I know. I've been loving your stretching videos, because they're just nice and simple. You know, even if you're like, I want to exercise but I can't be bothered to put a load of workout clothes on and, you know, properly go for it, you could just be like, I just want to do some nice simple stretches. And it's so nice to unwind if you're feeling anxious. Moving your body is such a good way to make you feel a little bit calmer.
It's just like welcoming the day with a stretch with your body, opening yourself up. And
greeting the sun.
We're in different positions. We're sat at tables and chairs that we're used to. We don't have proper desk chairs, or we don't have a huge studio space that we might be used to. So we're having to almost contort our bodies into ways that aren't natural for us. So having that end of day like release, I think is just so important, and that gets you moving.
I know, because I notice I'm always like hunched over all the time, so I'm like trying to like stretch everything out. But doing stretches has really helped, just to move the body. And if you are able to go for a safe walk around where you live, that's really good. Oh, we've got a comment: make a list of jobs to do and tick one off each day. Yes,
such a good one. And again, if you work day by day, I'd say up to 3 per day maximum, and if you tick one off, that's amazing. Or do what you said, Hannah, and just have a big list.
Massive
that there's
list.
Just no kind of end time. You're leisurely able to tick one off each day.
Because especially if you tick a really big thing off, you're like, oh, finally did that, it's amazing. Or you do like 3 really small ones, and you're like, oh, did that was easy, quick, got that out of the way, move on for the rest of the day. So that's really, really helpful for me.
And another thing I was going to say, for productivity for creatives is watch stuff. Stuff sounds awful, but you know, for my job, in theatre, I watch a lot of theatre, especially being in London. I'm so lucky to have amazing shows on my doorstep, and I get to see people I know in things, you know, and support people. We don't have access to that at this time, but just using theatre as an example, the National Theatre are putting on free live streamed performances of live streaming, as in you all watch it together, but it's a previous performance, obviously. Every Thursday, and it stays up for a week on their YouTube.
That's amazing.
Watch that for a week. I think it's Treasure Island coming tomorrow. It's Jane Eyre at the moment, which I feel live, and it's wonderful, Jane Eyre. And then there's what's his name? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah. What's his
you know.
Yeah.
He's also putting ones out every Friday.
Okay.
As well.
That's really cool.
They only stay on for 48 hours, I think. And the Globe as well has just put Macbeth up.
Oh wow, okay.
So I've been wanting to go to the Globe for a long time, and I haven't gone. That's awful, because I could walk to it if I wanted.
Yeah.
So I really should. So me and my husband are going to watch that, and that's good. So kind of think about what you're consuming, like during your working days that you set yourself.
Yeah.
What are you consuming during that time? Are the things you're consuming helping your creativity?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be highbrow like the National Theatre. It can be targeting. I watched all of that.
I haven't seen it.
And I've just started writing, hopefully to write a performance or a show, and I'm going to base one of my characters on someone from Tiger King, because they're just so mad.
That's the thing.
I just love eccentric personalities.
That's the thing, that you can get inspiration
in the weirdest
literally everywhere. Everywhere there's inspiration. I know I'm kind of like, I'm trying to watch those box sets that I didn't watch. I'm really excited. Killing Eve's come back. These are not anything educational. These are just fun box sets. But at the same time, so many of my favourite like kind of celebrities, influencers, people that inspire me are doing these live videos. Someone who I mention all the time, Gary Vee, is doing a live like every single day. So if you need some motivation, there is people that are doing it kind of everywhere. So that's been really helpful for me to kind of like be able to pick at different things all the time. And another great opportunity of all this is that everyone's at home and everyone can see all these things and do these things, which is really cool.
And connecting is such a great thing, and exactly what you just said, like going back to my point of use the people you already follow. You follow them for a reason. You love them already. You know, you're interested in their work, so look at what they're putting out before you look elsewhere. Support who you've been supporting for a long time.
And also like local businesses and things. I know a lot of local businesses are trying to help out in their communities and things, and that's a great way that you can kind of support people that are local to you, and know that you're doing something good at the same time. So I mean, sometimes, you know, you don't realise that people that are around you, like you said, might be looking for someone. This is kind of leading on to the money making thing as well, which I know we're going to talk about. But you can kind of be resourceful in what your skill sets are, and think about how you can give and bring value to other people, I think is a major thing.
Definitely. And just one last thing I wanted to say for actors. I know I spoke to you about this on the phone.
We had a little video call,
Look at your CV.
Yes, oh gosh, yes,
what have you put on your CV that you can't actually really do anymore? So, I mean, everyone in the arts has something on their CV that they've embellished a little bit. You might be trained in, you know, ballet, but you might have said that you're a grade higher than you actually are. Now's the time that you can actually progress that skill.
Definitely.
Like, you put that you were good at juggling, and that was 10 years ago, and you can't juggle anymore.
Start juggling.
Your origins. Just
whatever you've got in the house.
So look at your CV and just take stuff out that you just know is just ridiculous. And you're not even going to try. Or learn those skills again. Relearn and retrain yourself.
This is the ideal time to edit your CV, to improve your CV, or do things on your CV you already have said you can do that can't do. So this is a great time to just refresh your whole thing, even your like LinkedIn profile as well. I've heard that it's actually quite a good time to like improve it, add kind of some skill sets to it, and look to see, even if you are in a job but you're looking for something else, or you are looking for work, that's a great way to do it as well. And there are some LinkedIn courses you can do, which is another thing. it's another area you can improve in.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you wanted to talk about some money making tips.
Yes.
To hear about them.
Yeah, so kind of, I haven't got my notes with me because I'm trying to film on so many devices, but I'll try and remember what I said. But in terms of money making, there's some amazing influencers that I've been following that have shared so many different ways you can make money right now, even though it seems like it might be more difficult. Or I know people that have kind of been furloughed or lost their jobs, and they're like, not only they need stuff to do, but they need money. So it's a really important time for everyone right now. So in terms of like money making, I'd say the first thing would be to, again, like with the whole using what your skill set is. So if you are an actor, for example, and you like were struggling for work or whatever, this is a great time to write or email or DM on Instagram all these different companies you thought, oh, you know what, I'll do it next week sort of thing. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to be contacting people, being like, okay, I'm in this situation, what can my services offer you? If you've got if you've got a CV or a media kit, depending on kind of what your career set is, this is a great time to improve it and send it out to as many people as possible. You know, not only sending it to people and being like, work for when this is over, but work right now. So you could join work with a company and do a live video. You could be like a virtual assistant. I know there's quite a few virtual assistant kind of jobs and stuff available. If you've got phones, devices, which many people do, it's a great, that could be like a few hours a day to make money. Also, like if your skill set is more like kind of video editing or kind of research based, if it's stuff that you can still do at home, write to companies. I'm a YouTuber, I can do video editing for your company while they're like in lockdown. There's so many different kind of, I think just using how you can bring value to different companies is such a crucial thing. Just
reaching out.
Yeah.
Don't ask, you don't get.
No,
That's
absolutely.
Just the whole saying, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So put yourself out there at this moment in time.
Yeah.
We haven't got anything to lose.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And also, I know that some people are a bit nervous about social media and kind of building up their profiles, but like this has never been a better time to show your skill set on social media. Like whatever you do, if you're a chef that all of a sudden your restaurant's closed, start sharing and interacting with people about your recipes online. Doing like videos about how to make stuff, growing engagement, because then when you are able to open up your restaurant again, there's going to be all these people like talking about your company, talking about your food and being like, I want to go there and actually try it, you know.
I've been kind of toying with the idea of making a website for a long time now, and I haven't actually got around to doing it. I've had LinkedIn, but LinkedIn isn't always the best thing for an artist.
Yeah.
It's good, it's alright, it's a living CV, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now I've got the time to make a website. And like you said, that's going to be there for when people want my services again.
100%.
It's when I'm able to go out and work with people again, the website is just there.
Yeah, and I know some people, because with social media, obviously, it's not like a money-making instant thing, but if you grow and engage and have a really engaged audience and grow that audience over, you know, we could be in self-isolation for a couple of months, you could grow your audience so much in that time, and it will make money if you bring value to it, if that makes sense. And it's going to happen down the line, but there's going to be a bit of hard work, and this is the time to do it. This is the time when you can be like, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do a live video again, like the chef. I'm going to cook a recipe and I'm going to like do it. Like, this is the time to kind of give that a go, really. Another.
Like me, I've never done a stretch video before.
And the thing is, it's bringing so much value to people, not only in terms of money that it could bring later on, because you never know, company could watch it and be like, oh, she'd be amazing for this, or you know, but at the same time you're bringing value right now. 100%. Another thing that I've been finding really helpful right now is selling stuff on eBay. My eBay account has been selling stuff so much quicker than normal. Especially over the Easter weekend, I feel like everyone was like shopping online. But for me as well, it's kind of ticking another thing off my to-do list. So one of the things I wanted to do was clear out stuff in my house, you know, like clear out my wardrobe, get rid of a load of clothes. I'd say like half of it you could give to charity, so then you feel like you're doing something good at the same time. You're ticking off your to-do list because you're clearing out stuff in your house. And then anything you think that could bring value. I know that some people have been a bit nervous about selling online with the whole kind of coronavirus and like spreading and whatever. So I found the best way to do it so that I kind of limit my social interaction as much. So I've got quite a few books that I've been selling on eBay that I've just read and I don't want to read anymore. Sold them on eBay, and then you can print your postage label from your printer at home. eBay kind of like does it all for you, which is super easy. Print it off at home, then you have I think like 48 hours to post it, and if it's a book it can fit right through a letterbox, so you don't even have to go to a post office. And like I've got a post box just down the road, so I can walk there without having to really interact with many people, and then that way I'm selling and I don't have to be too close to people, and there's no kind of face-to-face interaction, because I know some people, I got a few messages about like we're worried about how that would work with everything going on.
I was delivering some packages for my sister and brother-in-law's birthday.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go to the post office.
Yeah.
Again, as it's very small where we live, it's tiny. I don't want to queue up in there. I don't want to be in the room for a long time.
Yeah.
So I used a courier service.
Yeah. There is actually that can collect.
Services actually work out cheaper than the Royal Mail.
Yeah.
You just got to do a bit of research.
Yeah.
On moneysavingexpert.com.
Okay.
This is an amazing website for just saving money on everything. Just information about finances during this time as well. And I used Hermes, and again, there was a locker.
Yeah.
So I had to walk to a locker, enter my code, the locker popped open. It in, and that was it.
Yeah, I've got to say like a big thank you to all the delivery people at the moment, because it was my mum's birthday on the weekend. I had so much delivered. They all were amazing, like dropping it and kind of walking away from the door. And also with selling stuff, you know, I've been luckily most of the stuff I'm selling, like I said, it can fit through a post box, so it's really good. But I went to
don't be scared to do big stuff and get couriers. And pick it up from your door. You can just
yeah.
And they literally just take it.
Yeah, definitely. I did actually go to my local post office maybe last week, and literally not one person was in there, so it was fine. And then if you do the whole printing postage at home, you don't even have to queue up. You can literally just drop it on there's like a little side window. So so that's a really great way. Yeah, so that's like a massive thing. Another thing is if you don't have stuff to sell on eBay, if you have done a clear out ages ago and you're like, oh, I don't know what to sell, you can actually flip stuff on eBay. It involves a little bit more research, but if there's something that you are kind of interested in, and you want to, like, I don't know if it's clothes, if it's like sports stuff, if it's a particular TV show, you like love the memorabilia, you can actually buy to sell, but it does involve a lot of research. I haven't done as much of that just because I have so much stuff I want to get rid of in my house already. But that's a really great way because you can actually make a little bit of profit, and then the more you do it, the more you'll get involved. That's something that if you really have a lot of time and you really want to make money, flipping would be a great thing to do. But yeah, I didn't
even know flipping was a thing.
Yeah. So you can kind of like, depending on, if you go onto eBay and look at the sold prices list rather than what's available right now, see what things are trending, see what's popular, see what's selling and what people are wanting to buy, and how you can kind of make a markup on that. So
and another thing that's just popped in my mind, making money and kind of, I guess, progressing career-wise at the same time, and professional development, is online tutoring. So any teachers that are being furloughed, or any people in the arts, obviously like myself, that have those interpersonal skills. A lot of international countries will want English tutors for their students, just to help with elocution, not even necessarily, actual curriculum stuff, but elocution. Also English, also online drama as well. So there are some tutoring websites. I know that it's a long process. So other creative things like myself that I'm doing, it's not something for me. Because it takes up a lot of your time. But
if you're wanting to make money and you have got the time, That's amazing. Another thing that just popped in my head was if you do have like a skill, so I don't know if you're a chef, nutritionist, actor, you could put together an ebook or a set of series of videos and sell them online. If you want to, I don't know, like a fitness workout thing. You know, you can sell an ebook of all your kind of knowledge and helping people, and especially making it specific to right now with self-isolation might be a great thing. So kind of using what you know and how you can add value to people.
Yeah, and it's great to put some free stuff out there. Like I've been putting kind of snippet of a workshop that I run on my YouTube.
Yes, is this the Awful Auntie one?
Shows by Birmingham Stage. I deliver creative workshops for families and kids and schools. So I'm just putting little snippets of that on there. And again, like Hannah said, someone might see it, and then when they can go and see shows again, they might call me into their school and we can have a great time together and actually have a full session. But if I was to record a whole hour-long session, I would definitely charge for that, because it's your art. You know, it's what you usually do.
100%.
So
don't give it all out for free. Yeah, but no, definitely if you're kind of thinking I want to do a bigger project, like writing an ebook, doing a workshop, doing a set of videos, a whole like fitness plan sort of thing, like that is an amazing way to kind of gain money. And it's super easy to set up like a Shopify account, I think it is, on like your website, and I think it's literally just kind of like a pay. I've kind of looked into it a little bit, and it's super easy to do. So it's like there's so many different ways out there, and they're actually a lot easier than you kind of think, really. So I think that's a really cool one to do. I'm trying to think, was there anything else on my
I think that's all that you wanted to talk about money. We've put saving money on there, and we've kind of touched on that.
My goodness.
About moneysavingexpert.com. Honestly, look at it, because there's just so many tips. One thing that I did straight away when I lost all my income at once was looked at my outgoings. I looked at my direct debits, and I cancelled anything that I didn't need. So obviously my gym got cancelled anyway, so that's on hold, thank goodness. So that's a saving. Thank God they didn't make me still pay that. I also cancelled my contact lenses. I know, I've got a limited supply of these that I'm just wearing when I'm doing stuff like this. Because I can wear my glasses, it's not a necessity. And it's a lot of money I pay a month for those. My Spotify account I cancelled, and I'm sharing my husband's. We're in the same room.
It seems. It's just so silly. It's all these things you realise.
Things that you can think about, like, do I need this? Is there something else I can replace it with? Can I save that money for now?
100%. Because if you are fortunate enough that you are still able to work from home, I'm kind of still getting a regular income, and I'm not spending it on random coffees or juices or going out or doing anything like this, and I'm just trying to save as much as possible. And I think saving is something that we don't talk about as often as we should, and I know a lot of people that are going through this whole process and are fortunate enough to be able to save a bit of money, and it's going to do wonders for you when it's the other side. So I'm really, really excited that I'm actually able to save a lot of money, and then I can think about future projects and stuff like that. But as well as saving money, like you said,
coffee money in saving pot.
Literally. And like, because obviously as well, like train fares and commuting has been like a major saver as well. But I found it really interesting that you kind of all of a sudden realise that there's so many things that you spend money on that aren't necessities, like you said about kind of Spotify. I've kept my Spotify because I just need my music in my but also if you're like a student as well, you can get like Amazon Prime for free for 6 months. So while this is going on, hopefully it's not going to be longer than 6 months, that would be like free for that whole time. So
do, you know, if you are having a bit of an income at the moment, or you're getting support in somewhere, do use that coffee money on something that will bring you joy. So do buy Disney Plus, for example. There are other streaming sites available. You can use that, you know, you can buy that, for example, with the money you'd spend on coffee per week or month, because that's what you enjoy.
No, 100%. So there is so many ways you can save money right now, and I think reevaluating everything is really interesting, and it's such a good time to like look at what you're doing and think, what was I doing in my normal life? Is that kind of something I want to do in the future? Which is, it's a great time to reflect, really.
Definitely. And with reflection, we have some questions as well.
Yes. I think
that have been sent in.
Yeah.
So the first one that we got, does this person want to be said? Do we know?
I think, is it Emily?
I'm going to say it.
It's Emily.
Yeah, there we go, she does.
It's my friend and photographer, Emily.
How to get out of a creative block during isolation.
Ooh.
Gosh, okay.
Do you want to go for this one?
I mean, yeah. So what I was saying earlier about giving yourselves grace and space on those off days.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you're having a creative block or you're having an off day, just give yourself some time. It doesn't have to be a whole day, but just take yourself out into your garden or out your window, get some fresh air if you can, and you haven't already gone for your daily exercise, go for a walk. Try and mentally and physically switch off from that creative process that you're doing, because if you have a block, it means you need time out. Anything you try and do for that project during that time, it probably won't be to the best of your ability because you're forcing it out.
It's not going to be any good.
Naturally. And remember, we've got this time. We don't know how long it's going to go on for. We haven't got an end date. So you can afford to give yourself a day off.
Yeah. Have a pajama day if you need to.
Do what you need to do. And for me as well, sometimes a creative block isn't actually a creative block. I'm just being lazy. I'm scrolling through my phone.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted. I'm cleaning. I'm doing anything.
Cleaning. Oh my gosh, yeah.
The other thing to do is, if you know that you're tricking your brain and thinking you're having a block but you're just being lazy, make yourself do it. I have to shut my phone in another room.
My phone is a big distraction. Yeah.
Obviously, if you need your phone for it.
Yeah.
Social media to do what you're doing, you need your phone, but maybe get that app where it pauses all your other applications, so all your notifications go off.
I mean, I tried that. It didn't personally work for me, because sometimes, even though I can be on social media a lot, I talk to people, I communicate with people that are following me through DMs and stuff, and if I miss a message or something, I'd feel really bad. So for me, that didn't work.
If it's your business, you need it. You're trying to write. No distractions. Best.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Putting your phone in a different room for an hour is not the end of the world.
I mean,
but your followers can wait an hour for a reply, Hannah.
I mean, it's a good idea.
That's my advice anyway.
No, I found as well, like, just allowing yourself some time. I kind of hate the thing of being like, oh, I'm just having a bad day, so I'm gonna eat everything, I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna do all this. I don't like doing that, because I think it can kind of lead on to a little bit of a spiral. If I'm like, okay, I've just had a bit of a difficult hour, but you know what, I'm gonna just swap it, do something completely different. If you were doing my whole idea of the big to-do list, be like, okay, I'm just gonna do one of the small things, so then I can tick that off and be like, okay, I've made this day productive, I've changed my mindset, I'm looking at it in a different way.
And both our answers as well kind of tie into Emily's other question of feeling guilty about not being productive during isolation. And I kind of answered that in the first part when I was talking as well. This is for you to do what you feel you need to do in this time and want to do.
Yeah.
Your productivity is in your hands, and
absolutely,
we're not in a normal situation, so please don't beat yourself up about anything you're doing at the moment or you're 100%. Not doing, because we need to allow ourselves grace during this time.
I know, prioritising what makes you happy, and then like thinking, okay, I'm going to do like 4 hours of straight work, then I'm going to have an hour and I'm going to watch my favourite programme and just relax. Then I'm going to do another couple of hours, and then I'm going to, watch the next episode, because, binge watching is like a real thing right now. So kind of breaking your day up, I think, really helps for me, because if I just spent like 8 hours fully on something, I will just like burn out and it won't be worth it.
When you work if you work in an office, for instance, like you do, you wouldn't normally do that in an office anyway unless you had a strict deadline. You'd go out for months.
And also, you know, like,
in the evening, 3 breaks.
Yeah, I never eat while I'm working either, because I just think you'll end up nibbling throughout the day and it just won't work. So if it's like lunchtime, breakfast time, I like fully stop, have a nice time.
On to another question, which was how to keep normal working hours during isolation. So I think you should lead on this, because I've never had normal working hours.
So for me, I find routines super helpful for my mindset. It's just something that I've always really appreciated. I'm lucky enough that I still am working part-time, working from home with my other job. So every day we kind of have video calls around 10-11, so I normally kind of start my day working then. Before that, I always try and wake up 7:30, nice cup of tea, go down, like exercise, have a shower, breakfast, and I'm like logged on 9:30, 10ish, say, which is when I would arrive at work anyway, because I'm more of an afternoon person, so it kind of fits in. So when things go back to normal, that will seem like normal to me. 10, you know, and then kind of stop 1 o'clock-ish for lunch. I normally try and do some social bits around this kind of lunch hour as well, like I'm doing right now. Couple more hours in the afternoon of working from home, and then kind of that 4-5 o'clock onwards stint, I do a couple of hours doing social, whether it be filming TikToks or kind of posting on Instagram or engaging with people. And then I make sure kind of 7ish, I kind of switch off. I have dinner, I watch all my favourite programmes and just totally try and relax, because I find if I try and do any work kind of post 7 o'clock, my brain is so wired and still going, I can't wind down.
Basically, it's that trying to treat it like a normal
day. And I find splitting it up.
Go back, it's an easier transition, isn't it?
100%. I find splitting it up into the different sections really helps me. And definitely, I'm such a night owl, so I literally could go for a run at 10 o'clock. I'm just like, my brain's just on fire. So I have to do that whole thing of starting to wind down at 7, because otherwise I'll never go to sleep. So. And
a great thing for the wind down, sometimes my brain switches back on. Is having something to look forward to at the end of each day. Even if that's dinner, if that's a glass of wine, if it's your daily walk,
cheeky glass of wine,
something super little, if it's a piece of chocolate, just something to look forward to.
100%.
Really helps you to then just switch off and be like, right, that was my end goal.
Also, like 4 till 6, if I've done like a whole day of kind of working and stuff, I try and call family and friends during that time, because then I think, oh, it's a nice time to check in. Everyone else has kind of finished their day. And then like kind of video calling friends and family is just super nice and a great mood booster when you can't see anyone right now.
We're looking through the comments and we haven't got any specific questions. We've just got lots of agreeing with like productivity and, you know, to avoid
really nice.
Home burnout. You want to be making sure you're planning your time right. And frame your world. Sorry, I'm not sure what the lady's name is.
Leanne, it's lovely Leanne.